Hi, I'm Jake Burkett from Grey Alien Games, and this is our 15th developer vlog about Shadowhand. Today I'm going to talk about the level editor that we've built into the game. The level editor isn't for public use because to make a tool for public use needs all kinds of checks and balances and stuff in place to make sure it doesn't crash, and you have to make it look pretty fancy. It's just for us to make the levels, but it's got some pretty cool features, so I'll show you how it works. So firstly, I can skip to any chapter in the game by pressing various hotkeys. So I'm on chapter 6 here, chapter 7, chapter 8 and so on. And then within a chapter, I can just page down through the levels and find the one I want to adjust. When I find one I want to alter, I just press E, which pops me into editor mode. So I've got a handy grid layout here, and I can use this to sort of move the cards around and snap to the grid. And I can scale that grid accordingly, so I can make it very fine or very coarse and so on. And I can turn the grid off just to see what the level looks like, without the grid on everything. So that's pretty cool. So I can get cards like this, put them where I want. I can make new cards like so and position them and so on. But occasionally, you want to move a whole group, and I've got this function where I can multi-select, and it shows a cursor in the middle of the group, so I can sort of use that to move it around. And then I can rotate individual cards like this, of course, or I can rotate a group. Actually, I'm going to select a group using our painting method. So there's another system I added where you can just sort of drag the mouse over them and it selects them. So I can rotate entire groups as well, which is pretty handy. And I can mirror them vertically and horizontally, which again is pretty useful. So when you've added a card to the layout, like I've added this, got this 6 here, I can then change it to a lock card, and there are a variety of different lock cards in the game. Some of them are actually really big as well. Or I can change it to a key, a corresponding key to open up the lock. So I can change it to one of those. I can also change it to a suit lock. So this game has got a thing called suit locks. Let me turn the grid off because it would look nicer here. So you have to unlock, you have to collect one diamond card in order to unlock this, but I can push that number up and I can change the suit and so on and put those on the levels. Also, there's another type of card called a sort of story item, we call it, but it's basically something in a crate. So I'm going to make one of those here. This is, sometimes there are items that you need to collect for the plot. So these are various items you need for the plot. Or there are things like various different sort of bomb types, or potions as well. Let's move on to potions that you can collect. And you can collect maybe a random thing, or gold. So these are normally hidden behind other things. So I can adjust the Z order by using certain buttons here and push things to the front or back to make you uncover them later. So I'm just trying to think of something else. Oh, bow cards. I can press a button and stick a bow on a card like this. Oh, I say bow, sorry. There were bows in Regency Solitaire. They're masks in this game. All right. So these cards take 2 plays to get rid of them. So yeah, there's a lot of different functionality in the editor. It's pretty cool, fun to use. And then the end result, I'm not going to save this layout because it would screw up the game. As we end up with some really pretty layouts and fun layouts. And when I've made them, then I can use the automated test routine that we've built to sort of test them over and over 1,000 times and see how difficult they are. And then we can adjust them and make them more playable, or harder if we want to sometimes. We've got cool stuff like there's a giant jail bars on this level, and you've got to find some lockpicks to open it up. And also we've got, let me move on to the graveyard here. We've got things like this giant gravestone, which you have to sort of remove and see what's underneath that. We've got lanterns to light up dark cards and clear those. So there's just lots of kind of really cool extra things we've added into the game, and you're going to be able to play them soon. All right. So that's it for now. Check back in soon for more. Bye.